The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
So let me start from here and do that. Does that change anything?
That's much better.
Alright, sweet.
I could actually lower my volume back down to normal headphones levels. This is nice.
Apparently, my genius self had the mic volume absorbing thing at 63 instead of 100. So hello everyone, welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, without an intro, because he was too busy trying to figure out everything else.
I forgot my name. And I'm here with someone who's
It's
top
me,
Google
Mohammed.
That's it.
You had to play off the bit. You didn't have an intro.
I did. I stuttered.
Well, I thought you were going somewhere with the stuttering, and I had to cut you off, but no. All right.
Perfection.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
We
Group
did it,
thing.
guys. This is the power of us knowing each other for at least 3 years, which is kind of bonkers to think about. Like, we've known, the three of us have been friends for at least 3 years. Right, because, 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's how long Mansour's been
One.
around, yeah.
The 2, the 3. Yeah, 3 years and like a month-ish, give or take.
Something like that.
Yeah. We're ancient, folks. Alright, how you guys doing? Best buddies of mine / the only people I talk to, like, regularly.
I'm doing peachy.
My back hurts.
Great! Glad to
The
hear
two
everybody
moods,
is going
the two
fantastic.
moods in this world.
There's peachy, back hurts. And frankly, if you don't fit in one of those categories, are you really in a mood? Speaking of moods, actually this is not a good segue whatsoever. I feel like remembering what happened last time, but unfortunately, I cannot due to a severe case of forget-me-nots. So, anyone have a backstory?
I heard Mansour has terrific memory.
Wow, that's crazy. That's awesome, guys. Let's go look over in that direction. Yeah.
How dare you throw me under the bus like this?
I'm staring at a suitcase right now.
I'm staring at my clock.
You're gonna watch me squirm. All right. So last episode,
Everyone grab your drinks.
I'm gonna get my recollective memory flowing. Let's see. So last episode, we were helping Keldeo out with their tasks to become a official legendary / mythical Pokemon. Victini knows that we're there, or guided by Victini, and Victini knows that we're there. Kyle knows that Victini knows. Ralph does not know that Victini knows. And then we were confronted with a quite literal fork in the road of, do we go into a forest or do we go on a more paved path? And we decided to go into the forest, upon which case we just lost Keldeo, apparently. And then after backtracking and after realizing that we lost Keldeo and backtracking to find out where they were, we found them surrounded by a bunch of bird Pokemon, head honchoed by a Honchkrow. And so this Honchkrow is interrogating, where is this Ralph and Kyle? Wait, I hope they did say, where is this Ralph and Kyle? I think that's...
Yeah, that sounds right.
Where are this Ralph and Kyle that you speak of? And then we just kind of watched from the bushes. Kyle stepped out and was invisible and tried to start some... Sorry. Kyle stepped out, was invisible, tried to start some chaos and havoc, leaving Ralph and Manaphy together. I forgot. My memory's a little bit fuzzy here. In any case, Ralph decides to play the Sky Melodica to recruit these birds because they're all flying types, and it doesn't really work. Ralph ends up getting caught by these birds by his own choice, choosing to be caught instead of letting Manaphy get caught. And the birds are taking him somewhere, although not back to the main village. Back on Kyle's end, Kyle's busy trying to create more havoc, and then all of a sudden we hear like a boom, and Keldeo is like going full beast mode. That's where we left off, I think.
That is not where we left off.
That is not... okay. That's all I remember.
How do you remember the first 2 hours and 45 minutes of what we did last time and not the last 15?
I just remember getting carried off somewhere, and I remember Keldeo going like boom, and that was that.
Man, I'm glad you don't listen to the parts of the story where I am relevant, like where I'm involved and you're not directly involved. I'm glad you don't pay attention.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Kyle, what'd you do?
So yeah, the bits that Mansour so conveniently left out. Keldeo goes Super Saiyan, and meanwhile, the Haunch Crow is like, we like trying to get everyone back together, and then the big boss, like the big boss of the big boss, Skarmory shows up, and it's like, and Kyle's like, Skarmory tries to pluck feathers, gets absolutely destroyed, and or not absolutely destroyed, but gets like, absolutely like beat down. And I forget if Keldeo successfully got feathers or not. That's the one bit I don't remember.
Keldeo, yes, he has a feather, but you don't know that.
Keldeo managed to successfully get a feather. Kyle is still on the ground recovering from just getting absolutely destroyed by a steel wing. And that's where we left off with Kyle, and I think the Ralph stuff happened afterwards, actually.
Yes, I got carried off to I don't know where.
I mean, it was like simultaneous chronologically.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah, that's basically it.
You definitely let on that you did not remember as much as you actually did.
I just literally half of it was coming to me as I was narrating.
That's how a lot of it comes from me, at least.
That's exactly how I do my recaps.
Yeah, it's just this thing. Wait, that's this thing, and then this thing, and then presto, we have some sort of your recap.
Plot.
Okay, great. Fantastic. I'm trying to think if there's anything that was missing in your saga. Don't think so.
The last episode was a chalky one. Also, depending on how these get edited, that may not be accurate to what happened last episode.
That's very true, actually, now that I think about it. You might be listening to this before or after the other side. It's very complicated to understand. Either this is a spoiler, or we just forgot some stuff depending on how the episode went. There's a decent chance that this intro might not be there at all. In which case, great.
Yeah,
great job.
We messed with the timeline in universe, and now that's just messed with the timeline of recording.
So
it's truly transcended any sort of real continuum that we had.
Yep, there's a decent chance that the past 5 or so minutes of discussion is just non-existent. In which case, it's great. All right, cool. I guess without further ado, we can jump into the story if you guys are cool with that.
I am cool.
Yeah, I'm not much of a jumper.
All right, we're gonna walk into the water.
No, that's not.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
I'm not good with that.
All right, somebody jump, somebody walk. I'll do something halfway and do like a corkscrew or something like that. Let's dive into the water story thing plot. Yeah.
That's close enough.
Welcome to the story. Today we'll go through the journey of either Kyle or Ralph, depending on A, who wants to go first, or B, a dice roll. Which option should I go with?
What do you think?
Let's leave it up to the dice.
Leave it up to the dice. All right, odds or evens? Somebody tell me.
Odds.
Right.
I was gonna take even, so I'm happy with this. I think we're gonna roll a 15.
I rolled a d6, so that's probably not likely to happen.
All right, we rolled a.
Did he stutter?
5.
5. I got a 6. So, we shall commence with a Kyle story. Kyle, where we last left off, you went flying backwards after a Skarmory basically steel-winged you. By the way, you still have whatever damage was calculated last time. I remember that.
Yeah, I took a healthy chunk of damage there.
So we go back into the story. I don't know why I'm getting real narratory right now, but we're going to do this anyway. We get back into the story as Kyle has just been whacked upside the head by a Skarmory. Keldeo steals a feather or 2 or 6, I think just kind of grabs some, without Skarmory really noticing. Skarmory looks back and they continue having this conversation. Kyle, everyone knows that everyone knows that Skarmory hit something that went flying backwards and hit a tree / building / we haven't clarified it yet. Long story short, there is either an indent or a clear indication of dust as to invisible thingy thing over there.
Do the other bird Pokemon notice? Are they
there are
minions coming
enough.
for me?
There are enough bird Pokemon that notice where you'll have to make a decision about not being in this spot, if that makes any sense.
Yep. However, I'm no longer in open space. I have something I can climb.
Correct. I don't know why I keep putting my dice back in the box. We're gonna be using the dice.
Using dice in this show? Never.
Yeah. All right. What different type of things could be at? Like some sort of hut, a tree.
I mean, I would definitely prefer it being a tree.
I'm trying to think of different options. So we'll say a bush, and
you can't climb a bush.
That's the point. So,
no.
And another bird Pokemon. That's perfect. You got 4 options here. Let's roll a d4.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna give me the bush.
So 4 options here. 1, you're at a tree. 2, you hit a building basically, or a house, a hut, whatever. 3, I'm rolling it on my end. 3.
I know you are, but I'm rolling an alternate roll.
All right, sure. 3 is bush. 4 is other bird Pokemon. So lower number is technically better.
Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
Did you get the bush?
I rolled 3 d4s. I got a 3 and 2 4s.
No, bro. Well, you better be happy that my roll is the one that counts. I have a 2, in which case you just hit a hut / house of some sort.
Nice. Can I climb up onto like the roof?
Yes.
All right.
I'll say, yeah, this is like a windowsill and other sort of things, so you can climb up to the
I was
roof,
thinking
which
more
is very
like just gecko
patchwork
style, like just go up.
That too. Yeah, you're a tree hill. You can probably do that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so you're gonna climb up to the roof. Great idea. I'm gonna need you to roll climbing, which would be acrobatics-ish.
Which is cool.
Yes.
That roll took its sweet time, and 9 + 1 is 10. We just barely did it.
So mixed success. So what I will say is you climb onto the roof, but a few bird Pokemon they go there, they don't see where you are because you're not there, obviously. They kind of just wave their feathers in front and see that nothing is there. They split up. Some birds head to the front of the house, some birds head to the back of the house, some birds climb up, effectively. Or flap their wings up, fly up. So there are less birds after you, but there are still birds after you.
There are less birds after me, there are still birds after me, and
it's multiple.
Still cannot see me.
And they still cannot see you. And you are still in a situation where they would notice your footsteps, I guess.
What?
Because you're not this isn't a tiled house. This is like a leafy house. So if you walk, those leaves are gonna either crinkle or fall off. This is the problem with living with Pokemon and not like construction workers.
I was thinking like this house was like all like sticks and like not really any leaf happening. So it was like.
Nah, they got nice roofs here.
And there's a house with hay, and there's a house with bricks, and there's a big.
No, there is no house with brick. That's the
problem.
Good point.
Boy.
Maybe we just have one arc where it's just fairy tales.
Oh no.
I'm throwing ideas out here. This is very
that idea is going in the red book. So if I move, they notice me.
If you move, there's a chance they'll notice you. Dun-dun.
I don't know what. How many birds are up near me now?
We're in a panic situation, so I'm gonna have you roll perception.
31.
31. Okay, that's not as bad as a nat 1. No idea. You're not. Okay. You're looking around. You're not sure where they are right now because you keep panicking. Effectively, you're losing your cool a bit. Because these are birds. You don't like birds because birds do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And normally, what you would do for birds is panic. Actually, now that I think about it, because Machop isn't good with birds either.
Yeah, no, like we've been up against flying types, and it has gone surprisingly not awesome.
I think the reason for that is a lot of the birds that you have faced in the past have also been weak to one of your two, typically fighting types. Like you'll face normal flyings, so it's neutral, or you're facing steel flying, so it's neutral. These are just some of these birds that you've seen in the village are just flying something else, or something else flying. Like there's just
Yeah.
other birds that you don't want to
Yeah.
face. So
All right. I think Kyle might be going through some like paralysis by analysis kind of here, because
Well, there's
Kyle's
also-
managed to
there's-
back himself into a corner.
Yeah.
So I think
Uh,
Kyle's gonna go like very still,
okay.
you know, and
Just
like,
to add to
Kyle's
it as
gonna go for the
well.
hiding in plain sight.
Just to add to this as well, it's been a very long time since you've seen both Ralph and probably to you more importantly Manaphy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're assuming
that's
like
in the back
Ralph.
of my mind.
Like I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you understand that Ralph, despite all of his like misgivings and faults, he's extremely loyal to you guys, like you and Manaphy in particular.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he's not gonna sit there and say, "Yeah, Manaphy. Oh shucks, I lost my Manaphy. Oh well." That's not his style. So you're
No,
like,
no. Like Kyle's like, you know, Manaphy's probably in safe hands. Let's take care of Keldeo. Let's group back together and let's figure this out.
Oh, how wrong you are.
Spoiler alert for Kyle.
Well, okay, so right now it's just stand still and hope they don't notice you.
Hide in plain sight.
Great.
Because
I'm
I don't
gonna
have
need
my
you-
bag on me. I can't heal up right now,
Correct. I need you to roll stealth.
which is also cool. I believe.
Correct.
That was a drop, not a roll. Give me a roll. I didn't even see the number. I should have taken the last one because it was probably higher than this. That's a 6.
A 6. You stand very, very still and hear it crack.
Is that the roof underneath me?
That is the roof underneath you, and you look down just as the roof pops a hole, and
Nice.
you go tumbling down into whoever's house this is.
Oh boy.
Nice. All right, peak chaos. Here we go. Is there anyone inside?
You make a perception check.
Another one.
Another one. We're rolling
Another
back.
dirty one. Are you kidding me?
You got no idea. This place is dusty now. There's a bunch of sticks and hay and all that sort of stuff flying around, which has messed up something. You landed in some sort of, I guess, I don't know if they're collecting. It almost felt like they were collecting sand. Maybe they were brushing it off to a side in this house. So you just fell right on that. All that sand is poofed up everywhere. You can barely see your own hand, let alone anything in this
But I
room.
know there's a lot of like sticks and hay and stuff around me.
Yes, but that could be just because of the roof that you broke.
Yes, but is it enough for me to hide it?
No.
I was gonna say like I could just whoop and just ride it out.
Nope, not this time. So that's the situation that you are in right now. You cannot see anything. That does not mean that they cannot see you, as I will throw out there the concept of birds having keen eye, an ability that allows them to not lose accuracy or just sight in general, and roll that into a main series as well. So there's a good chance there's a bird somewhere in this village that can see through sand.
Yep. Sand attack won't work, and an improvised sand attack won't work either.
Exactly.
Right.
Alright, so here's your situation. You're inside this place. Keldeo, as far as you know, is still talking with the Skarmory.
And I wasn't able to get close enough to hear what they were saying. Was
You
I?
heard brief talk about somebody that's higher up on the ranking order than Skarmory,
Oh,
but then
boy.
by that point, Skarmory hit you upside the head and made you fly back.
I was hoping the
I can't
conversation
see
would be
anything.
more
Can I
like-
see like an exit path in this house at all?
With a 6, no.
Okay.
There's you would presume there is a door, and there's a 1 in 4 chance you're on the wall that has the door, assuming that there are no extra rooms in this house, which, for simplicity's sake, I will say there are not.
And I was not paying attention to which side of the house I climbed up. I just climbed.
You hit a wall and started climbing. You know that there's a window on that wall, but that doesn't guarantee that there's also a door.
Where is this window? Can I like search or?
Too much
What's
sand
my-
in the way.
Hmm.
It's not immediately right behind you. You can tell that.
What if you tried
I-
like improvise disguising yourself as a bird? Just a thought.
You know,
Oh, boy.
Oh no!
I really had no options, and I'm trying to think if that's a play Kyle would think, because that's not something Kyle's thought of yet.
Oh yeah.
Kyle's been going for the full invisibility approach.
Yeah, that's not this. The idea of dressing up like a bird is much more of a Ralph play.
It is.
Than a-
It's
than a
so
Kyle
much more of a
It
Ralph
is.
play.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I think.
Kyle's play are the don't let anyone see me. Ralph is I don't care if they see me, just make sure it doesn't matter, and if it does matter, punch them in the face. So
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But they're all flying types, so I'm at a disadvantage.
So all I know is there's a wall behind me.
there's a wall. If you reached out and touched whatever was behind you, it is a wall.
All right. I think Kyle's gonna try to like climb up onto the wall and see if like that like gives him like enough visibility around the house to see like what his options are here.
Okay, I need you to roll acrobatics and then investigation.
14 plus 1 is 15. We love to see that for the acrobatics.
Okay.
And then 19 plus 1 is 20.
Perfection.
Nice.
Great rolls.
We had a little bit of a stumble, but
it was all part of the plan.
We've calmed down. We've calmed down. The adrenaline is slowly dissipating. We're good.
it was all part of the plan. We wanted to cause some damage in this village, and I caused some damage in this village. Someone's going to have to fix their house. That's a contract bill right there. All right. So you start climbing up the wall using your gecko fingers. Chico is a gecko, right? I would assume.
I'd assume, considering the co.
Right. So you start climbing up the walls, looking around. You see the sand hasn't subsided, but it's more like a low fog type of thing. So if you look over it, you can see everything above you.
Okay.
And you also can tell that whatever is in this house cannot see you.
Nice.
So it's clearly, if it's a bird, it's probably a bird. 99 chances out of 100, it's a bird, and this bird does not have keen eye.
The 1 in 100 is just it's some poor wormhole that's just terrified.
So you start climbing up this, looking around. Whatever it is, doesn't have an issue. Investigation-wise, dirty 20, right?
Yep.
All right, so you can look up, and the sand is at a point where it's not high enough to be covering the door sill, so you know which direction the door is. And the door is basically, as you climb up and turn around, you turn around to see the door is on your left, like the left wall.
Okay.
So that is the case. You can also tell a couple of other things. Because you got a dirty 20, let's just give you some free stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You see that as you climb up the wall, you almost hit the windowsill with one of your feet. So you know that the window that you were hitting, that you hit when the Skarmory hit you, it's basically like down to the left, like 7 o'clock, as you're climbing.
Okay.
You see that. You also notice that there is not a safe necessarily, but there is something that is protected in the other corner. And you can see a shadow walking around the sand trying to clear it out, presumably with its wings.
There is something being protected in the opposite corner of the house.
Yes.
Is
so
it like
away
a
from the
cage,
door.
or is it like a box?
It is more like a box.
There's some item here.
There is some item here, or something else. There's something in a box that presumably is being, at the very least, either guarded or just it's this Pokemon that's trying to clear the sand right now.
So there's no indication that this is something of value.
Nothing suggests you can't. One way or the other, it doesn't matter. It could be something valuable, but it could be something pointless. The only way to know is to get the box.
That is the only way to know, but also we've kind of established that Kyle has a bit of a moral compass. I can't go full rogue.
I will throw this out there. This is a village of thieves. So now I ask your moral code.
Yeah.
Is stealing from a person that stole something.
Yeah,
stealing.
I don't know if Kyle's a Robin Hood, you know? I don't know.
I can see if we just replace this with Ralph's like dive at the box, punch
Ralph's
whatever's
like,
in the way.
Ralph's like, I steal even if no one's there.
I steal from myself. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
So box is there if you want it. It's up to you.
Box is there if I want it. I think Kyle's play, much to the dismay of everyone listening, is to climb around the walls, make his way to like the doorway, and try and like duck out.
Okay, climb around the walls. Acrobatics with advantage.
That's a 7 and a 17, so an 8 and an 18.
Great, 18. You're able to climb around easily. The other Pokemon doesn't seem to be noticing anything. As you go, one last... Make a perception roll as you're exiting the room, basically.
That's a 3.
Yep, alright, so you leave the house with... You leave the house. You're able to escape the house.
Okay. Am I like on the exterior wall of the house, or am I on the ground?
Yeah, basically you're hanging from like the top of the doorway.
Okay, cool. How far away can I see Keldeo and Skarmory? Is there any other buildings or trees or anything nearby?
Nearby, not quite. I mean, like, you'd have to get off the doorway and walk
I'd have
over
to.
there.
I'd have to hit the ground.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to jump to the nearest item of interest. Keldeo and Skarmory are still having a discussion. That's as far as you can get for now.
And they're still too far away for me to listen in.
And they're well too far away.
Yeah, and I'll have to like get on the ground and like run over.
You have to get on the ground, walk over there, and be like, "Hey, hi, how you guys doing? Could you don't mind me? Keep talking." Someone.
Yeah. We still need to get that feather somehow.
Yep.
Is the bird patrol still?
Bird patrol is still looking for you. They will not be able to find you if you stay where you are, because no one's gonna go look for an invisible person hanging from the top of a doorway, right?
No. I think what Kyle's gonna do is he's gonna like chill like atop the doorway. You know, like instead of hanging like into the doorway, he's gonna like climb up so that he's like above the doorway, like on the wall.
Just Spider-Manning it on top, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think he's gonna just perch there and see what unfolds. See if he has a better window of opportunity for something or other.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. With that, as you do that, let's flash over to Ralph. Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, and thank you for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow us, subscribe, and do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so, and we really love it when people do this, is to share us with your friends. Share us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, any other social media platforms. Share it with your friends that use these social media platforms to help grow this show to heights that we didn't even imagine. We're already at that point now, but imagine what would happen if we got an even bigger number. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Reviews help to bring new people into our community and also give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchCast or email us as well at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you have any cool ideas to add to the podcast or just want to reach out to us. We also have a Discord for Not a Scratch and have a bunch of amazing people that have already joined. You can join to help build the Not a Scratch community. We also, we've also got a website, which you can check out at www.notascratchcast.com. We'll be updating this over time, and I'm going to let you guys on a little secret. There is going to be a somewhat, what's the best way to describe it? There's going to be a new tab on that website very, very soon, probably between this episode and the next one, so stay tuned. Now, we want to thank Glitch X City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi remix, and Mystery Dungeon Time Year remix. And we also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Escape from Shadow, Mysterious Grotto, and Underground Lake. We also want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future, including early access to episodes, special behind-the-scenes looks at what goes into the game, special newscasts from the Alcast region, and more. You'll also be recognized during the show, so thank you so much for all of the support that you're giving to the following members. Our guild interns, Ginny, Harper, and Ursa93, our guild members, Kira1 and Alchemage, our guild master, Eli, our governor, Suited Tree, and finally thank you to our wiggly goat, Pure Glaceon. For more information about anything mentioned during this midsection, you can check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord, Twitter, email, however we mentioned so far. Now, if you're interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we'd love to help. All you have to do, it's straightforward, it's simple, it's easy, is just send us an email or contact us on Twitter or Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. Now, speaking of promos, let's explore a world very different from that of our Pokemon world.
Hey, Scales, is this thing on? Yeah? Okay. Hello, I'm Asher Flintheart, and if you're hearing this, that means you can listen to the World of Wildevere podcast. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and more. The show is me and my 5 friends, Scales and Plaque the Created, OJ the Koboloy, Rhodes the Stone Eidolon, and Ori the Moon Elf. We play a free indie TTRPG called Wildevere, run by the people who write the game and their friends. Watch us travel the magical city-states of our cozy, friendly, and wild world, learning new skills and enjoying a lot of new adventures in a Saturday morning kind of style. We release every other Wednesday on all major podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter at Wilderbeer or on a Discord server you can find at worldofwilderbeer.card.co. Thank you so much for listening to our travels. Bro's is gonna flip when he hears we have clout? Whatever he called it. Bye-bye! Skills, you can stop now. What do you mean OJ's gone? Oh no.
Woohoo!
Ralph, you just abandoned Manaphy. How could you? It's almost like you had terrible roles.
My options were either abandon him or give him up, or them. Give them up.
So you start heading elsewhere.
Where am I going?
Now this is the interesting thing. They know they have something with them, but they don't know what it is they have with them. Presumably, it's the thing that's been bothering them this entire time. Either the Kyle or the Ralph, whoever those people are.
Presumably.
Yeah, presumably. Maybe it's some other invisible thing. But they start heading out deeper into the forest, away from the camp. And you reach a cave.
Oh, boy.
You reach a cave there, and these other bird Pokemon drag you into the cave. Not drag you into the cave, like pull you into the cave.
Yeah.
Currently, you have your bag. Am I correct? And Manaphy has Kyle's bag? Great.
Yes.
So drag you into the cave, do all that. What is in your bag? Remind me of that.
Oh, let me read it all off for you. I have the Grass Coronet, the Sky Melodica, a Link Box, the Fiery Drum, Golden Mask, Huge Apple, Icy Flute, Violent Seed, Frozen Rock, Book of Myths, Oranberry, and Cherryberry.
Gotcha. Yeah, they drag you into the cave, let you go, but they're guarding the cave, and they just stand there.
Huh. Okay. I'm going to... Oh... I don't know.
So
yeah.
The current situation right now is they effectively... They know whatever was holding the Sky Melodica.
Right. Is inside the cave.
Is inside the cave. Whether I would presume that you put it back inside your backpack by this point, so... Now they know whatever that invisible force is dragging them into the cave. They're guarding the entrance of the cave. So you have two options. Or three options, technically. Option 1, bull rush the guard and try to get out. Option 2, sit there and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Option 3, go deep into the cave.
There is also option 4, my friend.
Oh, no.
Oh, brother. What is option number 4?
That is attempt to deceive the guards to let me out.
That is another option, yes.
Before I try option 4, I'm gonna just kind of... Is it too dark inside the cave to, like, see anything meaningful, or does it actually lead somewhere? Like, I'm gonna look in the direction of going deeper in the cave, and I want to see, like, what that path looks like.
So, right now, it is around noonish, I would say. A little bit before noonish, because we're 2 hours into our 14 hours of awake time.
Okay.
So it's actually it's more earlier than that. With the light that is shining through the forest, you can sort of see into the cave, but you see that the cave goes deep.
Okay.
If you want to look any more, you're gonna have to roll something for it.
I can roll to look deeper.
All right, great.
Be good this time.
I'm gonna say this is nature.
Okay,
so that would be smart.
Wow, we have not rolled a smart roll in a long time.
I thought nature was wisdom, but okay, sure. That roll, okay, that die like got stuck in wires, and a point is now facing upwards. I'm gonna roll again.
That's a 0, guys. Guess what?
Oh my gosh, you got a natural 0. How's that even possible? Nat 20! Finally!
Last episode was garbage for you, if I remember correctly.
So is this a build? Yes, this is a build up. That was all a build up.
How many max rolls will he get today?
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna completely swing the other way.
I see everything in this cave.
So this cave is the best cave you've ever seen in your life, man. You know all about this cave. That rock there reminds you of the rock in 2014.
In the main series game, aren't there some caves that like Machop live in? Don't some Machop live in caves?
Probably.
Maybe.
Like I'm pretty sure.
I would assume there's a cave somewhere. Actually, yeah, in the Sinnoh games, you can get Machop inside one of the caves.
Even
or like the Orb of Mine.
Well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait,
The
hold on.
Orberg mine. That's what I'm thinking of. The Machop,
Yeah.
Machop do live in there, and Machop do work there.
That's
Yeah.
where I got. That's where I got Ralph in that playthrough. But,
So yeah, zoom back over to this world. This cave, man, you feel real comfortable in this cave. I don't know why that's the case. Maybe it's a Machop thing. I think actually you went on a field trip a couple years ago with your mom as a chaperone, and you were heading to some sort of cave near Thunder Tree City to explain, like, here are the different types of stones, and look at that. That's a really cool one, and that's a great one. And you're like, wow, this is great. This is amazing. This is the greatest thing in my life. I don't know. You were into stones like 3 years ago. Now all of a sudden,
yeah, I had a rocks phase.
you had a rock phase, and then
No, not a rock phase. A rocks phase.
Rocks
Very
phase.
different.
I was gonna make the joke of Ralph had a stoner phase, but that doesn't make it in the cut.
Nope.
That does not make it into the cut. Yeah. So as you enter this cave is really clear to you for some reason. You know that there's a path into this cave. Based on the way that the air is flowing, there seems to be either there's an air duct or an exit somewhere deeper into that cave. There's air going in two directions in this cave. One is where the guards are, and one is deeper in the cave. So there is air ventilating through inside the cave. You can also see that the cave looks like a regular cave at first, and seems to, as you get closer, like farther and farther in, get not only more rustic, but almost like someone has built paths into this cave.
Ew.
Oh,
Ancient knowledge. Before
are these the catacombs?
before I actually
You also see a skull at the bottom. No,
Oh my god.
you don't see anything like that.
Okay. Before I attempt going into this cave any further, I'm gonna just do the fun thing first,
Oh,
which is option
no.
4.
What's he
and then
doing?
see. So I'm invisible still, right?
You are presumably invisible to these birds.
Yes. And I assume my bag is also invisible?
Your bag is invisible. If you
Is the
take
sky
anything
melodic
out of the
If
invisible?
bag,
I take
through the
anything
bag?
out of it, it is okay. I see.
as far as you, well, okay, the only thing you know is that when you took the Sky Melodica out, they could see it.
Right. I
Make
guess.
of that what you will.
Okay, clear. Pretty sure they can hear my voice, though. I could be wrong, but maybe not. Because they could hear the Sky Melodica, so I imagine they might hear me if I speak. So
Potentially, well, okay, so from past experiences, the only person that has heard you say anything is
Victini.
Keldeo.
Well,
And Victini, but that one hasn't really processed with you yet. But
fair, but I also haven't spoken to anyone else, really. So, but
true, have you guys
You
spoken
haven't-
while in while next to anyone in the village or anything like that?
not to my knowledge.
It was always like
we
whispers
spoke-
to Keldeo or something.
Well, we've spoken to Keldeo, but
But Keldeo's weird.
Nevertheless, I will try to do something.
no,
So,
but I mean we've spoken to Keldeo in public.
if they don't hear me, they
Oh,
don't
that's
hear me.
good, that's
I'll
good.
just go in the
Okay, yeah,
cave.
we'll see.
So I'm assuming there's like a stray rock or pebble in this cave.
Yeah, there's
Near
a bunch.
me. Okay, so I pick up a rock
No.
and I throw it against the wall of the cave, so it makes like an abrupt like
Right.
like sound. And I put on my most intimidating voice ever and say, "You fools!" Or sorry, that's not really a Ralph voice. Hold on. You fools! You dare trifle with the great and powerful spirit of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina? Release me from this cave at once, or suffer the consequences. Do they hear me?
Make a insight check.
Okay,
Oh, I was expecting performance. Oh no.
11. But I would agree that performance check is probably useful. Or
No, I
probably
thought there would be.
No, I think your performance was good enough as is.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
Presumably, they heard you. There is no reaction. You're
Wait,
fairly certain they heard
presumably
you.
they heard him.
There is a pretty good chance it registered with them that a voice was made, but there is no reaction.
Okay. I clear my throat and go, ahem! And I pick up a small pebble, not one that would actually be lethal. And I chuck it at one of them. And I say, "Didn't you hear what I just said? Release me at once or suffer the consequences."
Make a performance check for the rock throw.
Whoa, okay. Alright, this is cute, so it's +1. 12. 11 plus 1, 12.
It hits one of the birds in the foot. No reaction.
Okay, let me think of what to do next. I don't know. Okay. Let me think about this for a second. I don't know.
This usually goes the other way. You're pretty clear cut with your gameplay.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to think. Okay, is there any space? Like, is there space for me just like to sneak by them? Like, can I just like walk between them and end of
Nah,
story?
you're either you are too big or the birds are too big. Long story short, there's not enough space for you to squeeze in between anything.
Okay.
If you try to get past the birds, as they're standing right now, you'll brush by one of them,
Okay.
and then
I walk
presumably
up.
they'll drag you back.
I walk up to. Oh, this is a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway. I
hope you're doing what I want you to do because it would be hilarious.
I walk up to both of them from behind.
There's multiple. There's not just two. There's like
How many?
like 6.
Okay, I walk up to two of them,
All right, sure.
and I walk up from behind them, and I grab them both by like the back of their neck. Try to. Or if that's.
Well, okay, hold up.
Hear me out.
You can't get behind them. They are looking at presumably where you are.
Okay, then like I do like the shirt collar pull. You know what I mean? Like
Gotcha. Yeah.
from at the front of their neck, and I lift them both up, and I go. Did you not understand what I just said? You will be suffering such a great torment if you not release the spirit of space and time and what's the one that Giratina does?
Antimatter.
An antimatter, yes! You will suffer a great consequence! Release me, or these compatriots of yours will be flung into this cave with such sheer force that they will be blasted into Arceus's. Okay, blasted into Arceus's.
Whoa!
Hey,
That's not what I meant!
Yeah, wait. Okay, no.
I'll restart.
No, it's good. I'll just bleep it out, and it'll be even funnier that way.
Okay.
Yeah, whoa.
I didn't mean
and I assume in the intro we were talking about how I'm the
Your
vulgar one.
I didn't mean. Okay, I meant.
All right, yeah, we get the point.
Okay. I
Stop
should have said to the depths of the
You're
end.
behind.
I love
said the
how
depths of
in
it.
post this is what's gonna sound like. I'll blast you into Arceus' bleep. Wait, no, I didn't mean bleep.
Okay, you get the point. I was getting into the performance of it. But,
Yeah. Speaking of performance, roll a performance.
okay, please give me a 20. I would love this. Oh, that was an aggressive roll. But 16 plus 1 is 17.
Okay. You start to go for their shirt collars, effectively. Not literally, but you know what I mean. You start to reach out for that, and as you do, it feels at like one point. What's the best way to describe it? You reach out for them, and at a certain point, it feels like your hand is going through water. Have you ever tried to like, while you're swimming or something like that, just run your hand through the water and all that like force that's going against you, pressured by the water?
Yes, I have swum before.
Yeah, well, yeah, just generally, but you know, like underneath the water, that sort of feeling.
Yes.
It feels like that. You're able to grab onto them, pull them down, but it's not nearly as strong. Again, no reaction from anyone.
Okay. This is. Am I sure that they can hear me?
You're not 100% sure.
Well, I let go, and I just say, well, if I don't know if you can hear me at this point, but if you do, just I don't know, try to sleep with yourselves at night. How dare you? just I start walking into the cave.
Make a performance check.
Another one? They can't hear me. 8 plus 1 is 9. My luck has run out.
Okay. You start walking into the cave.
Oh, and the DM just says, okay, to your roll. Oh, no.
You start walking into the cave as a reminder from way back when you rolled a nat, or you rolled a nat 20 on the cave stuff.
Yes.
On the nature,
Alright,
yeah.
that's carrying over here, so you kind of know where you're going, or at least you know what happens when you go down different paths.
Yeah.
Clippity-cloppity, clippity-cloppity, or walkity-walkity, etc. You start heading down the cave, into the cave. It's dark, but you're still able to see, presumably through your Machop powers. And as you continue to go through this cave, along the path to success or whatnot, you find yourself at a fork in the road. What a surprise, there's a cave with a fork in the road. It's almost like this is a GM staple.
It's almost like this is a mystery dungeon part.
It's almost like this is maybe a mystery dungeon. Who knows if this is a mystery dungeon or just a regular old dungeon? Or maybe it's just a mystery. Who knows? Fork in the road. 2 paths. There's one going to the left, one going to the right. Both of them are dark.
Make your move.
Make your move. With the
any-
nat 20 in investigation,
Cool.
something is weird with this place. Like this room, this area, whatever it is. Something about this is weird.
And that's with a nat 20?
With a nat 20, you know as you enter this room, something about this room is not how it appears.
Okay.
And you know that there is the path to your left, the path to your right, and the path that you went from yet behind you. You can roll another investigation with advantage for more information.
Yes,
if you'd like.
I would like to know what is weird about this. So am I rolling?
Yeah,
with
investigation
advantage?
with advantage.
Okay, here we go. A 12 and then a 11, so 12.
Gotcha. So with a 12, there are more than 3 paths at this point that you can go through. So that just strikes into your head. There's a
What?
path to the left, path to the right, and path behind you, and there is another path somewhere.
Is there a path up? I look up.
You look up. It doesn't seem like it. You see all the stalactites are from the north. Yes, mites are. Ground.
Stalagmites with a G come from the ground. Stalactites with a C come from the ceiling.
There you go. That's great. Stalactites. Bunch of them up the top. Crystals there. You can see as well like drops of water slowly falling on you. But no presumable path north. Even if there was, you wouldn't be able to get there.
Okay. So there's the path to the left, path to the right, and there's just a bunch of stalactites at the roof.
So we'll do this clockwise, or like looking at a clock. So you're standing at the center of the clock. At 6 o'clock, there is the path that you just came from.
Yes.
At about 10 o'clock, there is a path, presumably going deeper into the cave. Sorry.
Mhm.
And about 2 o'clock, there is a path going that way, deep in, and there is another path somewhere, but I'm not sure where, and it's bothering me. But I know that's how it's supposed to be.
You know
Like
what
it just
is?
cave dynamics or whatnot.
You know what it is? It's probably if I go in the direction I just came from, the paths have changed because wizardry.
Maybe.
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna backtrack.
Secret tunnel.
So you turn around and walk backwards. You walk back a little bit, and you see some light up. You see some light, and as you're walking closer and closer towards it, you see some familiar birds, presumably not have moved in the however many minutes since you were last there.
Okay, so this is not a shape-shifting wizardry kind of situation. Okay,
Sad. No secret tunnel.
I go back to the fork in the road.
Back in the fork of the road.
I'll just, you know what? I'm just gonna go right, just because.
Okay, you're gonna roll. You're gonna go to the right. I'm gonna have you roll survival.
No.
That is beauty.
The dice have been behaving a little bit better today, so I'm hoping that it stays that way.
Yeah.
What is that? 9. That's still a failure, but
I'm gonna have you roll a d6.
okay. Oh boy. Oh, I fell on wires again. It's like on a corner. 4.
You walk back out of the right path into that same fork in the road with 4 damage on you.
Nah. What?
Secret tunnel.
That's not right. Wait, what? Do I have any idea of what happened?
No, you were just going, walking through, and then you walk out, and then you look at your right elbow, and it's got a cut on it. And you're like,
Ow.
what
Okay, I'll go into the left tunnel.
the? You go into the left tunnel, roll survival.
All right. I got a 6 now. No, dice, behave.
Roll a d6.
2.
You walk out, and you've got a smaller cut on your left elbow.
Am I just gonna keep doing this until I roll high enough? Wait a punish
Chip
me like this.
damage. Chip damage.
Ow. What is this Undertale level? Oh, I hate this. Okay. Are there any like large boulders or holes in the cave or anything that indicate a third path?
Nothing but your instinct.
What does my instinct tell me?
There's another path.
I hate this.
You cruel being.
I'm gonna start like feeling up against the walls. Like, is there any, like the classic like brick that's loose, push in, door opens, or anything like that?
All right, sure. Where are you looking? Again, let's use like the clock dynamic. If you're in the center again.
Sure. Between 10 and 2 o'clock. So between the two paths.
Between 10 and 2, you start like examining, right? Like you're pushing the wall.
Yes.
You push the wall, and then at a certain point, you push the wall, and there is no wall, and you just fall face down.
Huh?
And look behind you, and basically half your body has disappeared because it's behind this wall.
Oh, okay. So it's an illusion. It's a mirage. It's phantom.
Or maybe you're just incorporeal.
Or maybe I am incorporeal. All right, I'm gonna just keep going in the direction that makes me not exist. Really.
Okay. What? Wait, I'm confused.
Like
You're
going
walking this way.
going between 10 and 2. Like I'm
Okay,
gonna
gotcha,
keep going.
gotcha.
in that-
So the rest of your body catches up with you, basically,
Yes.
in that you just stand up and continue walking. You can tell that this isn't incorporeal. Like, when you were touching other parts between 10 and 2, like when you were touching 11 o'clock, you could feel the brick. Or not the brick. You could feel the wall, the rocks, and all that sort of stuff. Just at 12 o'clock, there seemed to be nothing there, despite clearly seeing something there. Weird. Anyway, you continue walking. Presumably, you have found that mystery path, and you are now in, I guess a room would be the best way to describe it. It's not really a room per se, but it's like a. If you've ever been to like some sort of cavern, they've got those wide spaces that almost feel like a room. If you know what I mean.
Mhm.
You're in one of those rooms. It looks like there's something sort of stair-like, presumably that the waters have created through flowing tides and erosion.
Okay.
And around you, crystals are just lining the walls.
Ooh,
And there is
very pretty.
a very large chest, about 100 feet in front of you.
Okay.
Behind that chest is a lake.
So this is like a really big cavern.
This is a pretty big cavern, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So my D&D instincts are like, oh no, that's a mimic. Are there any chest-shaped Pokemon?
Are there any chest-shaped Pokemon? I would assume so. I'm not... Let me check. Chest-shaped Pokemon. No, nothing really pops up.
I look
as
up
a
chest Pokemon and it just gives me like Pokemon card chests to hold.
Yeah.
Okay, so I assume there is none. All right, that's cool. I'm gonna walk up to the chest and open
You
it.
walk up to the chest. Okay, did you say you were gonna open it? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. You open the chest, and there is nothing in the chest.
I close the chest
Close the chest.
and I look out over the lake. Do I see anything else?
You look out over the lake. There seems to be something glowing in the center of the lake. Now, you'd have to swim to see it a bit
Yeah.
better. Like it's a couple, like 50 feet into the lake, not too far in, but like far enough that you'd have to go like actively out of your way to go see it.
I've swam before. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to roll athletics.
This is tough. I need the dice to behave. Especially because I'm alone now and there's no one that can bail me out if I mess up. No. It's a 4 plus 3 is 7.
Ooh. Okay, so to recap a little bit, you effectively walked into this large cavern,
Yep.
saw a chest in the middle of the room,
Yep.
opened it, nothing in it, closed it. You see the lake behind you with something glowing 50 feet away. You
Yep.
start swimming towards that, and with your poor roll, somehow, the more you keep swimming, the farther away it gets, and presumably there's some sort of tide pushing you back,
No!
and you're not strong enough to get through it. That's
No!
right, I just said you're not strong enough. How does that hit your pride, man? No.
These dice are screwing with me. Okay,
Do you want me to roll for you instead?
no. How dare you patronize me like this?
Hey, listen, all I know is I went to use the bathroom, I left, and there was a secret path, and I come back and you're failing to swim.
Yeah.
So, clearly something happened.
At least I didn't roll in that one. I would have just been like, you get in the lake and you drown. And that's Ralph's life. Moving on. Alright. Let me look at my head and see what's happening. This is like a random thought.
I like random thoughts. Random thoughts are how you got
Do-
into the situation, so...
So, yeah. do the legendary items, like, actually do anything that's elemental with, like... So, for example, hypothetically, if someone were to play the icy flute, or, like, put the icy flute in a glass of water, would that water freeze?
Good question.
This is a setting question. Or like
Let me think. How many instruments have been played?
one? just mine.
Has it just been this? When you guys got the grass cornet, did you? I don't think you ever touched that, right?
I thought we may have played it in Arc 1.
For what purpose?
Don't
That's my
remember if
question.
we played
Because in that arc,
I don't know whether it was the golden
Shane-
mask or the grass cornet.
the
was
mask
the
you
mask. It
use,
was the
the
mask.
mask you use that.
I never tried recruiting a grass type person because you're already a grass type.
There was
Yeah,
the Roselia that we were fighting, or at least that Kyle was fighting.
Yeah, no, but I think we just
Roselia
knocked
came
her
back
out.
during like the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mask I know you use because you used that to convert Isaac, who was messed up, back into his normal self.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Sky Melodica is the only legendary item that's actually been played.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Based on that, you could always try it.
Sure. I'm gonna take out the icy flute. There's no one around. Then I'll try to like stick it in the water and see if it makes any ice that I can walk or slide across.
You stick it into the water. Is that what you said?
Sure. Yeah. Let's try that first.
You stick it into the water. You made the flute wet. Congratulations.
You now have a.
Is that what happened?
You
I
now
just made it
have a flute that has some water inside of it, so you
Okay,
have to clean it up.
I'm like treading water, and I just take the.
I think at this point you've sort of like landed back on the
back in
shore again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The tides pushed you out.
Cool. I will then shake off the flute and just be like, and I start playing it, kind of like aiming my breath at the water, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Roll performance.
Oh my! Don't do this to me.
Is this about to be an improvised powder snow or something?
I don't even know. It's a 3. The dice have gone back to
It's a
misbehaving.
3. You don't know how to play a flute, man. I'm sorry.
Ralph has no musical talent whatsoever.
Look, you are good at poetry. We've talked about that in the past, but this is not an art skill that you have.
To be fair, these have both been like woodwind / like reed.
Maybe you're just a
instruments
drum
so
guy.
far.
Yeah,
Maybe I am a drum guy, but like.
Also, I think most of the legendary items do fall into this.
All right, let's try this again. This time I take out the fiery drum, and I'm gonna try to drum it. Hopefully, fire comes out, touches the water, creates a gust of steam that pushes me into the glowing part in the middle of the lake. Can I try that?
Sure, we have all the time in the world.
Oh, until my luck gets better. I'm gonna try that. Do I need to roll performance again?
Yep.
Okay. That is in the middle of wires, but it looked like it would have been a 19. Sad. All right, let's do this again. What is that? That is a 15. Thank God.
Okay. Flute is not your thing. The melodica, not your thing. All right. Look, maybe you're just not like a handheld percussion thing. Maybe you're woodwind. Sorry, you're not a woodwind person. Maybe you're a percussion guy. That's it.
Yeah.
You pull out the drum. You look around for something. You find a couple of sticks or something like that. You're like, this is good enough. You start playing something on there. As you're playing, what is your goal here?
My goal is to see if it makes little bursts of fire as I play it, and if that's the case, then I would like to aim those bursts of fire at the lake water, and hopefully that creates just like a big geyser effect or something, and it just launches me into the middle where the glow thing is.
Ralph learned Ember.
So, the way that I see this drum is almost like bongos in the way of like it. You could put a strap around it and play it in front of you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Except instead of bongos, it's a bigger drum. So sort of like a marching band drum in a way. You start playing something, and as you hit it, and you just feel like you hit the right note. As you hit that note, you look in front of you. The water in front of you just evaporated very quickly, and then re-fixed itself. I guess like water flowed from the outside in.
Yep.
So that is what happens.
Like
What do you do about this?
It's like a mini Moses effect. All right. In that case, in all the water, like I can see the bottom of the lake.
When you hit that right note, there was like about a 2 Ralph size gap in the water.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that over and over and over again, and like kind of run in the middle of the lake. So basically, I'm like making a path for myself while beating this right note all the time, and then just keep running.
You start playing something, like you hit that note and then you try a different tune to see if it gets more space, and after a little bit of trial and error, you're able to build like a sizable closet-sized gap of water around you. And so you start playing this tune and start walking in the water, basically shielded by this water as you continue walking towards the glow in the center.
Yes.
So boom, ba boom, ba doom, whatever. There's probably some music playing in the background. Da 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 da. And you keep going forward. Presumably, you have figured out how the fiery drum can do stuff outside of like the recruitment thingy thing.
Yeah.
You start playing this da 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 da. You get to the center of this lake, and in the center of this lake, you see the Aqua Monica.
What? Wait, doesn't Kyle have that? Kyle, confirm or deny that you have it?
I mean, I have the one we took from Dream World.
What?
But also, this is... Wait, where is Kyogre?
I don't know.
Are we about to both have an Aqua Monica in our possession? What is happening?
I don't know. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
What did you do, Anirudh? What did you let us do?
I didn't do anything. You
I
guys made the decision. I just had back and yeah, you gotta see this.
So I distinctly remember that Kyle took the Aqua Monica from the dream.
Right.
And I see this Aqua Monica right here in front of me.
Looks the same thing. Looks a bit shinier, if it means anything.
I reach down and I pick it up.
Congratulations, you have picked up an Aqua Monica.
Is there anything else around here in this lake?
No, but you pick it up with like one hand as you're playing this note still, because if you stop playing it, the water's gonna rush back in.
Okay. Alright, then I'm just carry it back to the shore, doing the same thing with the drum. So I'm playing the drum with one hand and then I have the Aqua Monica the other.
Yeah, can you put the Aqua Monica in your bag?
Sure, what do I call it? There's Aqua Monica?
Do you have space for it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, go ahead and put it back.
How do I spell Aqua Monica?
Aqua, as in aqua.
Yes.
And then
Monica,
as in Monica.
Oh, well, no description's showing up, so I thought I typed it wrong.
Oh, is it?
It's 2 words.
I did do it as 2 words.
Is there a dash in
Aqua?
between it?
There
No.
is not a dash in between.
Where's
Aqua. Oh wait. Oh, there is a dash.
Oh, there is a dash, apparently. Okay.
I just looked in my.
Alright, it's
my
just
bag.
the same description as the other ones. But sure.
My?
Unless there's like a special shiny Aqua Monica item.
Yeah, that's it. No. So you walk out of the shore. Now you have an Aqua Monica with you.
Great. Now what?
Now what?
I guess I'll just take it out of my bag and play it. See what
Play
happens.
the Aqua Monica?
I know wins isn't my thing, but I guess I'll play it. I don't know. I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Roll performance, I guess.
Just to see what happens, you know? I got a 3. Okay, wins is really not my thing, is it?
There's a
Nope.
small hurricane forming behind you in the lake, and you quickly stop to prevent that from actually destroying anything.
Okay,
Also, I would like to take this moment to point out that of like the 7 treasures, like the legendary items, the only percussions are the fiery drum and terrorism.
Yep.
Everything else is wind.
Look,
Good
they're
point.
fans of wind instruments. They didn't invent other instruments.
No strings.
How do you expect
No,
Dialga
no,
to play the
no.
violin? Okay, look.
okay.
Anyway, yeah, that is the case right now. You are
Alright.
now back on shore.
Yep. In that case, I guess I'm just gonna... Wait, hold on. Is the lake... Like, is the end of the cavern at the end of the lake, or is it possible that if I go to the other side of the lake, there's more cave?
It's very likely that there's more cave.
Okay. Well, then I fiery drum my way to the end of the lake.
Okay.
Like the other side.
You head over to the end of the lake. Did you head back to shore at first?
I did at first, yes.
Okay, make a perception check while you're there.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna see anything. 16.
16.
Finally.
Oh boy.
I
This is
see
gonna be fun.
everything, but I can't play wins. That's just how it is.
That empty chest is gone.
What? Are there any signs of someone coming in here?
No.
It's
That's
just
clear as day.
disappeared.
There is nothing that has joined. No one has entered this room since you entered this room.
I look around, see if it like moved locations or anything.
The chest seems to have vanished.
Well, in classic Ralph fashion of never knowing what's going on anyway, I just kind of think to myself, "Oh, that's weird. Might be scary. I don't know." And I just go to the other side of the lake.
You head to the other side of the lake. There is the rest of some more cave there. You want to go through there?
Sure.
You walk through the cave, and you see in front of you 2 paths
No.
and an empty chest in front of you.
What? Okay, I open this chest.
Well, the chest is there. You open it, it's empty.
Okay.
It's the same chest.
How did, what? There's wizardry in this cave after all. Okay.
Secret tunnel.
I open the chest and see if it leads to like a deep dark abyss or something.
Nope, it's just a regular old chest. You know.
Okay. I assume the 2 pads are also at 10 and 2 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna feel around, see if there's another third path.
You start feeling around, then hear a voice behind you.
No.
Excuse me, I believe you have something of mine.
What? No. What? Who are you? I turn around. Who's there?
I feel like you should know who I am. After all, you yourself mentioned that you're a loyal servant of Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina.
Oh,
My dear friend, I'm exactly the same way.
I for your information, I was bluffing. That's not true.
And for your information, I'm deadly serious.
Oh no, I don't. But can I see where this voice is coming from?
As you turn around, you don't see anything in this room.
Have we heard this voice before?
For all intents and purposes, no. I'm just not as
So
creative.
it's not the same voice that came out of the Zoroark back in Arc 2.
It is not the same voice that
Okay,
came
if
out.
that was the
Zoro.
case, I would have been, my heart would have dropped. Okay. I say okay.
I'll tell you this. The voice that came out of the Zoroark had a very like Joker type of voice. This
Gotcha.
is.
I was thinking this
extremely
was like a haunter, like the ghost.
This is very similar to the.
It's sort of similar to the Ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Gengar now. Probably not.
No, it's actually just a ghastly. It's like its great grandfather.
Who is? What do I do here? This emphasis on the word "deadly" seems like he wants to kill me, which I don't like that at all. Have I found like a third path yet, or not?
No, you haven't found the third path.
Okay. I try to face the direction of where this voice is coming from.
Okay, so that's behind you,
And
effectively.
I put my hands up as a sign of like non-aggression. I'm just like, okay,
Who are you,
look,
and what have you done with Ralph?
I don't know who you are or what you're talking about, and I mean no harm. I was just some birds brought me here, and I just want to leave and go back to my friends. Can you just show me the way out, and we never have to cross paths, and I'll get out of your hair. If this is your home or something, or your domain, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I was bluffing to the birds about the whole Dialga Palkia thing just to see if they could let me out, but they didn't hear me, so I just, I'm sorry. I'll be on my way. Just show me the way out.
I'm perfectly fine with that. If you hand back to me what is mine.
My gut instinct was like, sure, you can have it. We already have one. But that's like, ooh.
Well, do you say that or
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's what my mind just thought of. It's really funny. I try to play dumb. I look at him and go like, what are you talking about? I don't know what's yours.
You're different.
I am a very unique boy. My mom does tell me that I'm a very unique boy.
Well, not just that. It's almost as if that doesn't make any sense. You swear you were bluffing.
I was.
Then why do I sense legendary touch on you?
What? I'm just a Machop. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I sense it. There are powers that are far higher than what you're claiming.
Inside of me?
With you.
Okay. I have a big apple in my bag if you want it.
Why must
Mansour, are you
lie
as
to
lost
me?
as Ralph is?
I am very lost right now.
Why must you lie to me?
I don't know what you want, man. I don't know what you look. If you're the owner of that house, like from way back when, I'm sorry, but like I already ate the gummies, and I can get you new ones. I don't know what's yours.
I can't tell if you're trying to deceive me or if you're just that clueless.
I honestly both.
I'll take one of two things, either my item back or an explanation as to how you have legendary touch on you.
Okay, out of game. Is what he is, or rather, okay, out of game.
Mm-hmm.
Is what he's sensing the other items in my bag?
You're not 100% sure.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe? He knows you have the item, so presumably he's able to sense that.
Okay.
Well, he knows that.
So there's like something
one
else going on. Maybe he's referring to the fact that I saw, like, that I'm part of that I God, I'm blanking on the name right now.
The recruits of the
Yes,
Lost.
I'm part of the recruits of the Lost. Thank you. Maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm gonna. Say,
Can I give him a hint?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You guys are players here. I'm chilling.
Sure, you can inform me as a player.
How did you get here?
I got here through. Oh, Celebi. Okay,
That's what my mind's drawn to. I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know if
not.
it's correct.
Maybe not. Okay, sure. I look at them and I go, okay, or I can't even see who they are, but I just say, okay, look. If you want me to give you an explanation, I'm gonna need you to be more specific, but I'm willing to talk and explain things.
You have multiple legendary items.
So that's
you
your
yourself have witnessed legendary power.
Okay.
And you aren't from here.
That's correct. I am from out of town.
Very, very deceptive.
That's not. I was right. That's a true statement.
Are you sure that you're from out of town?
Oh, I'm also out of time. Wait, that's not right. I'm out of this time.
That makes more sense. But then, and if you know, are you a recruit?
I really have to. Oh, see, they know who they are. But am I talking to the bad guys right now? That's the other thing. Like the original evil one.
Hey, remember when we had conversations about are we the bad guys?
They can see me, correct?
They can see you. They can talk to you. For all intents and purposes, you're real to them.
Okay, so I can't like covertly check my badge and see what's happening.
Nah, you could. I mean, you could, but you would have to roll sleight of hand or stealth. Same thing at the end of it.
I'm terrified of rolling anything right now, but sure, let's try it.
All right,
Are you sure you don't want me to roll for you?
No, I can roll for myself. Thank you.
You're sure you can roll for yourself, buddy?
I can roll for myself. The dice may disagree with me, but we'll see. All right, I'm rolling sleight of hand. Yes. Okay. I guess I'm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
13.
Oh, nice, because my die disagreed with you that time.
With a 13, your badge isn't a badge. Your badge is like a scroll.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is the scroll doing anything?
Scroll's not really doing anything right now. Well, no, I'm lying. The scroll is doing something. Scroll's flashing a lot. That flashing is the wrong word. Scroll feels hot. There you go. That's it.
Okay.
The scroll feels hot.
Okay. I look in the direction of the voice and I go. I like put my finger. I like do like the little like spider finger thing. If you know what I'm talking about.
Steeple, you mean?
Is it steeple? It's like when you like perpetually. Like I don't have a camera on, so you can't see it. But like whatever. I'll show you some of the time. I do the thing where like you take your thumb and your index finger and you put them together and you do the same thing with your other thumb and you just kind of rotate and you do that over. It's like you're building a ladder almost with your fingers.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that, and I'm just like, maybe? Who wants to know?
You see the chest in front of you start to shake.
Oh, it's the chest. Or is the voice coming from the chest?
Well, the voice is the chest, as the chest untransforms into a ditto.
Oh my... What?
Yo! That's it!
Okay.
So, hi.
Hi.
Seeing as you're not from this time, I think I should introduce myself. I am the guardian of the Aqua Monica of this time, at least, before whatever happens with your time.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi. I breathe like a very heavy sigh of relief, like, oh, I thought you were gonna be something terrifying, like, I don't know, Dialga, I don't know.
I mean, I could transform into Dialga, but I don't.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not. It's cool. So, I actually, not to bother you or anything, but since you do have an Aqua Monica already, I kind of need, this one to keep this timeline relatively sane.
Okay. So, okay. You seem like are you a recruit? Question mark.
Sort of. I'm the first recruit of this time period. I don't know how you became a recruit, but there's usually one recruit that is told by a legendary about the recruits, and then they go and ask other people about being the recruits. Somebody had to have been the first one in your set, I presume.
I see.
And I'm the first one for this time period.
So this guy is Adam, but for this timeline, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. I breathe a very heavy sigh of relief. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Sure, I'll give you this Aquamana go back for the sake of preserving the timeline.
Thanks. Yeah. Just because, there has to be an item at all times, or that power sort of gets corrupted or thrown elsewhere, and that becomes a real complicated issue.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
We don't want to run into an Avengers Endgame situation.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Neither do I. I'm not in the real world.
But yeah. Thanks though. So why are you here?
So funny story actually. Me and my buddy, we are recruits ourselves, and we were tasked with bringing all the legendary items together. And so we were running around the whole region, getting some of them and being eluded by others. And then
wait. Why are you collecting the items? Aren't you guarding them, or have things changed since then and now?
There's a certain.
Okay. Try to be as vague as possible. I don't know how far into the future you are, but even the more you tell me, that screws up things later on. And
I'll just say there's a certain little threat of impending doom.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we had ours about 3.5 years ago. It was
How often does this threat of impending doom happen? I don't know if we were explained this like in Arc 1.
No, 1,000 years ago something bad happened, and then now something bad happened. There's probably some bad things that happened in between, but
so I might be 1,000 years ago.
You might be 1,000 years ago. You might be like 25 if maybe Pokemon just really progressed or something.
Okay. So I look at him like, oh, okay, so this is like a recurring thing. Is it like was the impending doom thing like world ending, like potentially world ending?
Well, you've been outside, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's still in progress. The whole fog thing, dark forces.
Okay.
Them, and as he says them, everything gets darker real quick, and then lights back up. It's still in progress. I'm guarding this item just in case somebody comes for this, but it seems as though whatever is happening, seems to be targeting something else.
I see. Okay, well, we're dealing with something similar, although for us it hasn't happened yet. So, good luck with that. Is there anything else you want to know?
I guess how'd you get to the cave?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the critical. How did we get to this time? While running around because you cut me off. Because after running around the region a little bit, weirdly, Celebi just showed up and was like, "Hey, I need you to go back in time and do things and fix things. And I don't have a plan yet, but I will soon." And so they sent us back in time. Here I am. And then getting to this cave specifically, there was this like bird mafia that like.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah, they took me here and they like threw me in here.
That's weird.
Yeah. Also, you can see me?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
Because nobody else out there can.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe it's a recruit thing?
Maybe it is a recruit thing. That's a good point.
Anyway, cool. Thanks for sharing your story. I wish you luck. Did you need to get out of the cave? I would assume so.
I would like to leave, yes.
Okay. Cool. Do you see... And you see the Ditto kind of like scroll over, squish itself over to a particular wall and just kind of like grazes it with what presumably would be its hand. Mm-hmm. And you see a cut form in the rock and a path to like the outside of the forest. So if you exit through there, you'll get back to any place that you want to be right now. You're just gonna have to focus on either a landmark or a person and walk through there and you'll be near them.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go do that. And so I thank the Ditto for their guidance and I say good luck with everything. You're gonna do great. You're gonna guard that Aquamonica and you're gonna do amazing. And I hope that your world isn't destroyed. And I run to the
one last thing.
Yeah.
This, I don't know how it is in your time, but you can tell that these dark forces are not good, obviously. Just keep in mind that enemies are everywhere, and you need to stay vigilant, because your savior one moment might be your enemy the next.
That's a lot to unpack. Okay, I will keep
just
that in mind.
Be vigilant.
I will be vigilant. You have my word.
The Ditto transforms back into a chest without saying goodbye or anything. Just poof.
Yep, back to work. All right, I head back.
Kirby, is that you?
I head in the direction of the the little path thing.
Yeah, it's basically like a cut in the wall, a magical cut in the wall that leads you to a landmark / person that you're interested in getting to.
Yep. And I go there and I focus as much as I can on Manaphy because I left that poor child alone. So I'm gonna focus on that.
All right.
You say poor child. That child could beat you up.
Oh, probably, but still.
So you walk in, focusing on Manaphy, and that is where we will end this episode. It's a 3-parter, maybe.
Whoa.
How was that? That was exciting.
There's a lot. There's a lot happening in this episode.
Cool. I think we're about wrapped. Any last words for either of you two?
Dice suck.
Flabbergasted.
All right.
Appalled.
Long silence there. That's probably getting cut. Cool. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We hope that you have enjoyed. I told you. Hey, look. I told you prior to Arc 4 starting, this was going to get wild.
It is getting wild.
It's getting wild. I
weird.
warned you. I warned y'all. They done messed things up, okay? It's their fault.
Whoa,
It's their fault.
whoa,
I'm blaming
whoa.
them. Look, Kyle's all like, "Oh, I want to take control of the story." Well, good luck. There you go. How about them apples, huh? Yeah, take control of this story. Huh? Anyway, thank you very much.
Anirudh is just on a DM Punisher
Yeah.
path.
What are you talking about?
Last
Let's go.
week you let me have my fun, and this week you're just absolutely not happy.
Yeah. That's right. Try to test me, huh?
Fair
Let's
enough.
go.
Fair enough.
All right, thank you.
I will know my place.
Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We hope you've enjoyed. I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, and presumably least likely to succeed type of person in this podcast, or least liked person in this podcast, Enter himself.
And I've been Mansour playing Ralph.
And I've been Muhammad playing Kyle.
And until next time, everyone, take care and watch your timelines.